Hello, my name is Barnabas Toth, co-writer and director of Those Who Remained, Akik Maradtak, Hungarian feature film at the Visegrad section, and hello to all the viewers of the Molodist Festival in Kiev. It's an honor to be there, and I'm happy to answer the questions right now. I will tell briefly about the project, which is my second feature film, actually, after Camembert Rose 10 years ago. So I read a book, a novel, called Girl's Book of a Man's Time. That's how I would translate it, by Zsuzsa F. Varkonyi. She's a psychologist. And that's her only fictional book. That's a beautiful story of this doctor and this teenage girl, which I discovered maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And I fell in love with the characters and those wonderful moments and dialogues and this complex and rich relationship which links them, and how it evolves through these horrible times after the Second World War, you know, with the tragedy, I would rather say, of the Holocaust, and then under the terror of the communist regime in early 50s, late 40s. So I decided to try to make a movie out of it, which I adopted along with Clara Muhi. We wrote the script together. We applied to the Media Council, and that's how this film was born. Did I have difficulties seeking funding for the film? Yes and no. First, I tried at the cinema window of the Hungarian Film Fund, and we were rejected, along my producer Monika Mics. But for the second trial at the Media Council, we relatively easily got the green light. We had a short development phases. We wrote maybe 2 or 3 versions of the script, and then we went to production and we got the fund. So the entire film was financed by the Media Council. So first it was meant to be a TV movie, but when we saw the result and everybody was so happy about it that we made it to a theatrical release, which allowed us to enter this movie as Hungary's entry for the Oscars, and we made it to the shortlist, which is the best 10, which was a huge accomplishment, and we were all very happy and proud, obviously. And then, you know, we had a great release in last September, so before this COVID. So it had a nice outcome. How long did it take to make the movie? We had a short pre-production, I would say 4 or 5 months, with a long casting to find the girl. And then the shooting was very brief, 19 days only, which is like half of what you need for such a length of a movie. And then post-production was again pretty comfortable, more than half a year. I took time for editing, for sound mixing, for music. So the whole movie was maybe more than 1 year to make. Would I be able to do the same film if I was a student? No, I think I wouldn't. You know, I needed these 20 years of experience to be able to express myself visually, sound-wise, directing actors. You know, it's been 20 years I've been in this business after film school, and if I take a look at my early movies, this is not the same quality. cinematographically. And maybe also the script, you have to practice a lot of script writing before you get your first good result, unless you are a genius, which I'm afraid I'm not. So no, and also students don't have that kind of, confidence or trust from the side of the decision makers to produce a costume movie, a period movie, as a first or second feature even. And finally, what does the participation in the Visegrad Cinema Days mean to me? It's a pleasure, obviously. I think being Hungarian and being Central Eastern European, we have a lot in common with the Czechs, Polish and Slovakians, and not only historically, which we share most happinesses and tragedies together, but also culturally. I mean, I guess we respect each other's movies, each other's literature. I take a lot from the Czechs, from the Polish, even for this movie, those who remained. So I'm proud to be, Hungarian and from the Visegrad countries, and I'm thanking the organizers to have this outlook from Kiev, from Ukraine to your small-sized neighbors. Thank you for your attention and have fun. Hope to see you soon in person next time.